Welcome back to RJ Plays Badly. This is Level Up Udinese Season 1. We have done our transfers. Let's show you who we got. So, first incoming, Demir, the 17-year-old cam from Rapid Vienna for 1.6 million plus a player we didn't need at all. So, yeah, 68 overall currently. We got him for undervalue really, 700 quid wages, and will grow massively, so that's good. Young right back signing now, Wagnerman in from Hamburger, 3.5 million, valued at 2.9, 70 overall, but will hopefully grow a lot too. Next, Vardiol, who is a staple of the channel at this stage, in from Dynamo Zagreb for 2.25 million plus Samir, a centre back who we wasn't really going to use. And the fourth and final incoming of this transfer window, Kornieko from Shakhtar Donetsk for 4 million, 21 years old, 71 overall, will grow. We had like no fullbacks in the club, so this is two more coming in. Out CDM, 25 years old, to Nunez Wallace for 4.3 million. Ewandro to that club for 1.45 million. And our old veteran striker to Sampdoria for 2.9 million, and Jagelo to Genoa for 2.4 million. So after all those transfers, this is how the starting squad is looking. So the midfield's very strong. We've got a very good keeper who started here as well. A base of youngsters at the back, a young cam, and we have Okaka up front. We also have signed our youth prospect for this year, which is Gallo, the striker. He is going to be great, but we don't know if he'll develop in time. So we've signed him and we're keeping Okaka for this season. We might bring in someone else for next. We'll see what goes. Very strict financial restrictions on this team as Udinese. But yeah, we've made the most of our transfer budget. We've done a load of objectives already. When you look at office, we have done all our youth objectives. We've done our domestic success already because the first cup round was the first game of the season, so that's done. And we have reduced player wages, signed two crucial first team players. We just need our profit. Let's get into the sim and we'll see you on the 1st of January. Right, so here we are, 1st of January, Season 1, and it seemed like we started off well and then fell off a cliff. So let's see where we are sitting in the league right now. We're sitting in 13th, which is not good. So yeah, let's have a look at how the squad's getting on. So a little bit of growth across the back line, which is good. Not too much though, not as much as we would have hoped. Demir especially has not done great. Are we sitting on any money? Yes, we're on 10 million, so we could try and bring in a striker, maybe someone who will boost that up a bit, and then that will be about it. So if we get a striker, we will see you at the end of the transfer window. If it goes straight into the sim, you know we didn't manage to get one. Right, 1st of February, and we have signed a new young striker, Robbie. We've signed him before on the channel. Hopefully it works out better this time, from Ajax. 7.5 million, so it's quite a lot of money. 73 overall, hopefully he can grow. Okaka has made his way out of the club to Fiorentina for 4.2 million. Prodal has gone to Genk on a free transfer. He will be leaving in the summer. And we have brought in Kadioglu from Fenerbahce for 5.1 million. He will be our new sub left midfielder. He's got some growth in him, so hopefully he develops nicely. And Ziegler put in a transfer request to leave the club, sold for 2 million. That is why we ended up buying Kadioglu. So yeah, that is the transfers for January, and we will see you. Here we are, end of season 1, and have we done better than the 13th place we were in January? Let's find out. Yes, we've come 8th, so I'm happy with that. First season, that is a good outing. We're sitting on this squad now, so the defence has come on a long way, like a long way, which is great, and that defence will stay now hopefully and keep developing. We might replace Bicao just because he's the lowest one and he's also the oldest. Other than that, we'll probably replace Larson in the summer transfer window, so the right midfield will be in focus. And yeah, so probably a centre back and a right mid signing. Demir could do with coming on a long way. Robbie's come on a little bit, so that's good. We're happy with that in January. But yeah, other than that, let's see you in the end of the transfer window and in season 2. Here we go, season 2 coming at you. We have first sold our 30-year-old striker to Bologna for 1.7 million, which is never going to play. We have sold a return player from loan, centre forward Barak for 26.5 million, worth 20. We have signed Kubo from Real Madrid to be our new starting right midfielder, 78 overall for 35 million. Billy Gilmore has come in for 8 million to strengthen that centre midfield depth. Morales has come in from Lanús for 10.2 million to be our new sub-keeper and hopefully develop. Medjugorje has come in from United because we had to sign under 20s to achieve our objectives. And Scuffet has made his way out the club to Espanyol for 4.9 million. So just have a quick look. Here is the team. It's not changed that much. Bit of progression needed, but they're all going to grow hopefully, apart from the centre midfields are about where they are. So let's see them. And just like that, we are at the end of the season. Not a lot to do in January, so nothing really happened. Let's find out where we finished off in season 2. So we're sitting in 8th, which we was only 1 point off the Europa League places, which is a good sign. Let's have a look at the team while we're here. So we've got some decent growth. The back line is really coming together, which makes me happy. The midfield looks good, but someone like Pereira probably needs to start making their way out. Demir and Robbie really aren't growing very quickly, which is slightly concerning, but we are getting better. Let's have a look at the other new signings as well. So you've got the other new signings being Billy Gilmore, who's grown to 77, which is actually a lot. So maybe he could slot in instead of Pereira and we focus on a new striker. Medjugorje has gone up, not a load. I think he's gone up 3 overall, which is good. So yeah, we're getting there. The team is getting there. The squad still looks a bit weak compared to the first team, but I'm happier, much happier with that team. Last thing we're going to do is check out who played what. Sorry, the game had a bit of a malfunction there. So let's look at the stats for this season. So most games played from Musso, the goalkeeper, 46 appearances, and our captain, De Paul. Okay, so 46 each. Most goals, Robbie getting 24 goals in 45 appearances, which is a really good return actually. De Paul getting 19 from 46 from the centre midfield position, which is great, and then Pereira and Demir on 6 each. In terms of assists, De Paul leading the way on 9, Pereira with 5, Gilmore and Kadioglu on 4 each. So yeah, it's looking pretty good. I think we're definitely going to focus in the transfer window on a new cam or striker maybe. We've probably got quite a bit to sell in the club now, even potentially a centre back to bring in for Bicao, but it's hard to find centre backs at this stage. So let's see you at the end of the transfer window in season 3. Season 3, and we have done something never done before in a summer transfer window on the Level Up series. There has only been one piece of activity, and it is a sale of Lasagna, who was out on loan for 2 seasons before this anyway, to Osasuna for 3.75 million. Okay, he's 30 years old. He's not even going to be our second best striker, so he has left the club. So we've decided to not actually sign anyone. We're going to go ahead into the season with this team, but we're going to have a go at using the global transfer network to find a first team quality player who has less than a year remaining. So we're looking for free contract agreements, really. So we saved all our money to try and put a huge chunk into those. Okay, so we might as well go ahead straight away and adjust the budget, and we're going to be putting a load of money in and see if it works. Just before we try something new, the team is progressing nicely, but it needs to get to that next level now. So this may be a way to kickstart us towards that Serie A title, or even towards Europe. And just like that, here we are, the end of the January transfer window. 2 pre-contract agreements made. Julian Draxler coming in from PSG on a free transfer, even taking a wage cut, and will be our highest rated starting cam. And for some depth in the middle of the park, Aaron Ramsey joining on the free transfer from Juventus, removing some competition from our league as well, but I'm expecting him to decline pretty quickly as he's already 32. And just like that, end of another season. So let's find out how we got on. And we're actually going to check all the competitions this time, but we have started off with coming 4th in the Serie A, which means next season will be Champions League football. So that's a huge step up. How did we get on in the Coppa Italia? We've won it. We won the Coppa Italia, winning the final against Inter 3-2. So our first piece of silverware. So that's what we care about realistically. Now let's have a look at the squad. So the squad's developing nicely. We've obviously got Ramsey and Draxler coming in next season as well. At centre back, we've still got that weakness with Bakao, and Robbie doesn't look as good as he once should have been. So maybe they're the areas we need to improve next season. Hopefully, before getting in the Champions League, we get a big boost in our transfer budget. Let's quickly have a look how people like Billy Gilmore are getting on. So Billy Gilmore, where is Billy Gilmore? There he is. Billy Gilmore sitting on 80 overall is good. He's going to have a bit more competition as well with Ramsey, obviously. So yeah, pretty happy with that. And cam-wise as well, Medbury is up to 71, so there is growth there. We're doing pretty well. Champions League is the next step up. Let's see you after the summer transfer. Here we are back again with a new season and new signings. So incoming, the new centre-back Akanji. He's 28, but he's going out for Pereira plus 6 million, 83 overall, so bringing some much higher ratings in the defence. A free transfer as well. Dani Ceballos, formerly of Real Madrid and Arsenal, signed for nothing. He's 27 years old. He's 81 overall. So he doesn't quite make it into the first team. But even if he only stays for a year and we sell him on, we're probably getting at least 20 million for that. A new striker coming in, 23-year-old Jonathan David from Roma. Starts off at Lille on the career mode save for 50 million plus our former centre-back Bakao. So 84 overall, he's really going to push on and develop more and really take us to the next level. Then Ingolson has gone to Galatasaray for 1.8 million. Makengo has gone to Osasuna for 5.7. Di Stefano has gone on loan to Middlesbrough, I believe that's for 2 years. Gallo has gone on loan to PSV for 1 season. Fontana has gone on loan to Wisla Plock for 2 seasons. Jordan Ibe has also come in on a free transfer, 27 years old, 72 overall, so he's the same rating as our current sub right midfielder who is retiring at the end of the season, so he's a bit of a stopgap. And then Medri, who we signed from United a year or 2 ago, has gone on loan to Sassuolo for the season. Hopefully he can develop a bit and he can either be in contention or a decent sub in the future. So let's get back into the sim and see if we can finally level up Udinese. And just like that end of another season, we were pushing for the title in January. We were getting really close, sitting in around 2nd place. Can we have done it? Have we leveled up Udinese? Yes, we have. God, by 10 points as well. That is actually a really, really strong season. 94 points from 38 games. 4 losses all season and 55 goal difference. The Super Cup, how did we get on? We won the Super Cup, so that's 2 trophies. The Coppa Italia, how did we get on? We won the Coppa Italia, that's 3 trophies. And how did we get on in the Champions League? We are not in final, and we got knocked out in the quarter-final by Man United, who are in the final. So we won a treble with Udinese. Here is the finishing squad. So Ramsey has fallen through the roof. Through the floor, sorry. But Ceballos is sitting there nicely in 82. So some of the people we signed right at the very start, such as Wagnerman, Valdiol and Cornieco, looking really strong now, especially Gvardiol. He is a must sign for any career mode. 89 overall and he's still only 22. Robbie got up to 81, which is good. Demir 79, that's quite slow progress. He might not be one I go for in the future. Billy Gilmore get up to 81. With more game time, he probably would have gone up quicker, but I'm still pretty happy with that. Anyone else around? That's about it. So that is a strong, strong team. Kubo sitting at 89 overall as well, and that right mid is he's like so good. Let's have a look at the stats for this season. So most games played was Musso with 58 appearances. So that's huge. That's a busy season. And 3 players with 57: Gvardiol, Kubo, and Kadioglu. Top goal scorer for the season is new signing Jonathan David, coming in with 37 goals in his first season. 25 in the Serie A. Oh my god. Kubo second with 20, and free signing Draxler coming in with 17. Assists, Kubo 21 assists, so that's 41 goal involvements in 57 games. Wow. Second, Jonathan David with 9, and Kadioglu with 5 as well. So the team is great, and we have done it. Just like that. I thought we might have had to do one more season, maybe a new cam and a new centre mid maybe, who's just that next level up, but we don't need it. We have levelled up Augsburg. And now we've levelled up Udinese.